Hey guys, you're not gonna believe what happened. I I screwed up all of our recording. And no, not actually all. Just the first, I don't know, 30 or so minutes. And when I say screwed up in first 30 or so minutes, I mean I lost all of it. So there is no intro for this episode, which means I now have to do the intro. So hello and welcome to our podcast. I am your host, Jim, and with me is my co host, Joe, who is not here helping me do his voiceover because he was only just made aware that I had messed this up. The rest of the episode will be normal. I for the life of me cannot recall whatever it is we talked about during that, 30 minutes. So we somehow start talking about movies. I think we talked about that Jason Statham trailer that came out, and that's what made us talk about trailers and go watch a trailer. I have no clue. This is me recording this before I've even edited the episode, so we might have talked about Falcon and Winter Soldier. I don't know if we did. If we didn't, I will bring it up in our next episode, which I'll put out way sooner, and I'll have all this fixed, and we won't have this mistake happening then. Trust me. But yeah, I'm really sorry about screwing this up, guys. I don't want to take up too much time. I do want you to get to the episode. So, without further ado, here is the pod. By the way, this is a new episode. This isn't one of the old ones. This is one that was recorded last week. So yeah, there's that. Now, onto the episode. Thank you for listening. Sorry. Oh no.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take a seat. The slaughter is in motion. Welcome to Celluloid Slaughter with your hosts, James and Joe.
So we watched the Zola trailer.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure how to feel about it.
No?
No,
You don't like it?
I'm not sure.
It looks wild enough for it to be like...
It looks like Spring Breakers.
Did you watch Spring Breakers?
The trailer for Spring Breakers.
Okay.
I mean.
Alright, well, Spring Breakers and Spring Breakers, the trailer, are two separate things. And
That could also be the case for Zola and Zola's trailer.
This looks closer to, almost a, Safdie Brothers movie. Like the craziness of it. Mixed with, the Florida Project. Just because the setting, you know? You're squinting. You're not a fan. We also watched another trailer, Jim.
I saw Abe Lincoln was in the trailer.
I don't.
I made that joke already.
Yeah,
But we watched another trailer, yeah. The Black Widow trailer where it spoiled a lot of shit because Marvel can't keep it in their pants of what they got.
Well, they already ran their marketing campaign, and for some reason they can't run the same marketing campaign. That's the mindset they have.
I don't know
a company.
Why can't they just make a trailer that isn't just full of spoilers? Like, their first trailer is always great for their films, and then every trailer after that is just absolute dog shit that tells you the entire story and all these little bits.
Well,
This one tells us who the identity of the Taskmaster is and everything.
Why can't they just release the first marketing campaign, but cut it down?
Right,
You already
just
know
revamp it.
You already know what it is, and just use the footage you already used, but just cut it down and use less.
Maybe use a new shot. You don't have to change every you don't have to give us all new footage and everything.
I learned
Show
that,
us they showed us more of the motorcycle chase.
Yeah.
That's good. That doesn't tell us anything about the movie. That's a good thing. Stop showing us too much.
Yeah, Ray Winstone. I learned that he's in the movie, and he's directing Taskmaster. He's telling her to go get Black Widow. I like that I see him. I'm very excited now, but I wish I didn't see it, because now I see exactly who the Taskmaster is.
And the fact that their costume doesn't look that good.
Who I've always known as Taskmaster.
No, we've always known this, but we didn't want it to be confirmed. With you doing we always knew Mechagodzilla was going to be in the Godzilla movie, but we didn't want to. I didn't want to know
prestige
beforehand.
Casting for a role. You always know that character is going to come back as the antagonist.
Right.
Every time.
And they like with them taking the hood off the Taskmaster helmet, it shows you that it has this like much more
Yeah, you take the hood down
look.
and then you see the full mask and how it's
the skeletal like face on it has a much more feminine look to it and everything.
Yes.
And that the arms are very slim and so is the neck.
Yeah,
and, like
then,
the helmet's just trying to hide that.
Then there's a shot where they are putting the mask on the female body, who's clearly Rachel Weisz.
It's very clearly one other person instead and everything, but
Yeah.
I wish they didn't do this shot of like Taskmaster being weirdly spoken into the ear of.
I'm more excited about Zola than this.
It's uneven, by the way. The Taskmaster helmet. Look at the metal bar in the middle, and the two little pieces on the outside of it. It's uneven. And that's gonna bother me.
This is gonna come from a mask like expert. I love masks.
Look around my room, Joe. I have masks everywhere.
It's all right. Insert image of Under the Silver Lake's house where it shows that creepy guy's house where he has all the masks on his wall.
I've still never seen that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
You gotta watch it. It's really good.
I got the twist spoiled for me about it.
What's the twist?
That he's the dog killer.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's not really a twist. They tell you that from the very
And that
beginning.
he killed her dog, I mean.
They tell you everything from the very beginning.
Well, I mean, that's like an interesting fact if you like didn't know that going in.
But the thing is, you have to solve the mystery yourself watching the movie. That's the best part about it. When I first watched it, I got 15 minutes in, then I think a squirrel or something falls and dies. I turned it off. I said, this is some pretentious bullshit.
Yeah, you really hated it.
It reminded me of, there's a sequence in a Lars von Trier movie, Antichrist, where there's a fox. It says something like Chaos Range or something. So pretentious, but that's why you're there for it. But
and when the squirrel fell out of the tree, it said, I think the government could have a bit of a more...
It just
Gonna
looked so
die
bad.
for a
I was like,
Christian
this is
sentence.
bullshit. So I turned it back on later that day, watched another 20 minutes, and I was like, this is garbage. This is so stupid. Turn it off.
What did you think of the scene where he flings the Spider-Man comic off his hand after it gets stuck to it?
That's around the second time I turned it off.
You saw that like, God!
No,
damn it.
there's just something like so stupid later on in that same sequence. I was like, this is so stupid. But I went back to it. I finished it. Watched it all in one sitting. And I was like, okay, that was pretty cool. There's some weird stuff in it, like a lot of interesting things. It's like this David Lynchian mystery, like LA noir, what's going on type thing. And he's perfectly cast as the character. And I watched it again. Just because I was like, yeah, why not?
Just because.
Yeah. Third time, it hit me. You, are, as the audience, are supposed to be actively engaged. Not sitting back. This is not a movie like, okay, whatever. No. You're
As the
in
noise
the
of my
mystery,
chair croaking
solving
backwards
it.
goes off.
And in the beginning, in the final shots, they tell you exactly what is going on. He is the dog killer, It's a really good movie. I've seen it like 4 or 5 times. Maybe 5 times, yeah.
Now you can't stop watching it.
I gotta get you to watch it.
It's like watching Zack Snyder's Justice League.
It's-
You watch it first time, you're like, oh, this is so much, and then you watch it second time, you're like, it's all right.
You've
now.
watched Zack Snyder's Justice League how many times?
I think 3 times now.
Jesus. I could barely get through one.
It's very good. I like it.
It was so long. And
I
was so
still want to
tired.
see what the whole movie looks like in the black and white cut.
Oh yeah,
We talked about that. We were
you
talking
sent
about.
me the text of the video, and I responded, meh.
No, but this is the thing we talked about. We're like, we'd love to see this in black and white, and then we get the trailer, like the confirmation,
I
literally
would
the
love to
day
get it on black
after
and
the
white,
fact.
a physical copy to have on a shelf, not to watch.
Oh, I'm sorry. Which
just
one
to,
of it?
just to collect.
How pretentious did you just get there? I'm turning you off, Joe.
Yes, Jim. I have.
You were the squirrel dying and
I have a
falling from a
physical
tree.
copy of Logan, black and white, on
Well, yeah, that's
sitting on my
understandable.
shelf.
It's Logan.
In a leather-bound book. It's very nice.
Leather-bound book.
Yeah, it's a leather-bound Logan book. It's a black cover. It says Logan.
Do you think they, if they make another Evil Dead movie, they'll release it where it's like released in the Necronomicon? Like that's what the box is.
I think they can still do that with the.
Yeah, if they just do like a
box set,
remastering,
like a box set of all of them.
You know how they 4K'd Rick Astley's "Never Gonna Give You Up."
Yeah.
Just do that to the Evil Dead movies,
Okay.
and then be like, here you go,
There you
4K
go.
release.
Yeah.
No grainy.
Yeah, but Under the Silver Lake, you gotta watch it. I've realized this is a movie I introduced people to.
Getting back to Black Widow's trailer.
I don't want to talk about Black Widow. I don't care.
But I care, and it's like you clearly see that they put effort into the costume and everything, because it's got pieces of it that are cool and everything. I like the little scarf cape thing that they got on it, but it's also like that's not what that is, I think.
It looks more like a neck gaiter than anything right now.
And then it's got with the hood down. It looks like it has a popped up collar.
It looks like they did a good job making sure it was perfectly formed, popped in the back.
Right.
But it looks like a neck gaiter that is just covering up the armor of the top of the chest plate to make it look like it's nice and clean.
Right. And here's the thing: the blue on the top of the helmet looks so cheap.
Yeah,
it looks like the flimsy, like a foam hats that you'd get for like a kids party.
Yes,
it's like such like bendable foam.
And then on the front chest plate, the blue as well.
Right.
Compared to the shoulders, the shoulder plates.
Right. It's weird because instead of using the white color that the character has in the comics, they go for a silver metal color, and I think that's a thing that Marvel has been doing recently that I really don't like.
So, with the helmet, would it look better if the top blue piece was just black or a bone color?
I'm saying if it had the same color as the scarf.
Right.
It would have looked better.
Right. It would have looked a lot better.
Somebody has made an edit of this exact helmet, like keeping the like skeletal shape to it, but just altering it slightly to give it more of like the original Taskmaster look to it.
Does Taskmaster have a cape?
Yeah, Taskmaster wears a cape that's connected to his hood. No, in the movie he doesn't have, or they don't have a cape.
It would be really cool if it did, and there'd be a scene where someone's attacking it, and instead of the cape getting caught in something,
like it just breaks off.
Yeah,
it's a clip-on cape.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no, but that completely works because Taskmaster's character is like adapting to literally any style. They can fight like how any person fights.
Right.
Like that's why they have the shield that Black Panther claws and like the bow and arrow, is because their ability is that they can read how other people move and just like base that off. Like he can literally fight like Spider-Man, bouncing all around the place.
Has no one ever followed up with the Batman Begins cape, where if you put like a static charge to it, it stiffens?
That's such a great idea.
Why does no one else?
That's such a great idea 2005, Jim. For Batman as well.
2005 that came out. How come no other like movie has like thought of doing something similar?
Maybe Taskmaster does have a cape that like breaks off, and we're like predicting that part.
Well, I was thinking like,
what's the point of the neck scarf then? Actually,
that's what I was thinking. I was like, if she has a cape,
isn't the hood blue?
If she has a cape, and if you had the static charge, and you could use that as like a shield, like it would like harden, become like bulletproof. That'd be cool. Yeah. All right. I've talked enough about this nonsense. We're here for the real nonsense, Jim. The hot takes on Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah,
Godzilla versus Kong.
we're gonna talk about Kong versus Godzilla now. The main topic that we titled this episode after, probably. It was good. I liked it. It was very nice to watch and everything. And you were like, "This is gonna be the end of the MonsterVerse, Jim," as you're like texting me at like 3 days before I even get to watch it. Son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
Continue with your opening.
I will rain hellfire down on you.
Continue with your opening impressions, then I'll speak on my behalf.
It was very nice to watch and everything, and not talking about like all the little bits that we're gonna get into in a little bit, but it was very nice to see some of the characters return from King of Monsters and everything. I noticed that someone didn't return from that movie though, the mom. I can't remember. Is she like reported as dead?
Vera Farmiga?
Yeah.
She died. She's dead.
Did she die?
Godzilla went atomic.
She didn't die in King of Monsters, though.
Vera Farmiga, the mom of Eleven from Stranger Things.
Does she die? I don't remember her dying.
Dead. She's dead. And she's irredeemable, too. She destroyed
whole
planet.
She
destroyed the whole planet.
She is not the good guy. We talked about this. She is... Oh, my microphone is peaking. She is not the good guy.
No. She destroyed the whole planet doing that. And I just don't understand how we're gonna.
She's not redeemable.
We're gonna walk right over the fact that the whole planet went atomic over there, and you have all these titans bowing down to Godzilla, and they're not to be even mentioned or even referenced to.
they're referenced to in the videos of them being defeated. So that means that Rodan died, as well as like all those other monsters that we saw for like a
They
split
all
second.
died?
Yeah.
After the fact?
According to Kong vs Godzilla in like the beginning where it's like defeated, 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 it's showing that they all like died.
Kong was defeated 3 times.
In this movie.
Yes.
But
3
not
times.
killed.
Every fight he was in, he lost.
Maybe they weren't killed, but it was implied that they died.
Well,
because it was
there's
like
some really cool looking monsters.
it was like it was like King Ghidorah, and it's like defeated. I'm like, okay, I guess defeated equals dead.
All right.
Because Godzilla was defeated several times, but he got back up after Serizawa was like, here is an atomic bomb.
I like how hardcore Godzilla went in the last movie compared to in this one, where he's just like every day, like, I'm destroying things.
Beyond atomic.
Yeah.
Kira. Our theory was wrong.
You know what?
I still think it would hold up though. If they remove that scene of the eye.
Yeah.
It would hold up. And that's why Godzilla's attacking us.
Well,
that's why Godzilla's attacking us.
It's good that we're wrong, but at the same time, Godzilla's not just destroying cities. He's not a bad guy. He was destroying Apex.
Right, he was destroying Apex facilities, which was kind of left out for a little bit.
We only saw one of them get destroyed though, which is shitty because I think in the trailer, there's a background where there's a map of with wire and string and shit. Like they're putting together. There's multiple locations, so it's been ongoing.
I'm gonna assume that's from the podcast guy though, and that's like a deleted scene.
I think it was from Millie Bobby Brown. She had it in her background maybe.
Okay,
but
we got to really quickly bring up there is a lot of deleted stuff from this movie as well as characters entirely removed.
I guessed, but I didn't know for sure.
Right.
It's obvious, but it's a very lean product they delivered. And I like what the movie is. It's very to the point.
Right, I like what the movie is.
The characters are very minimal, and the only characters you get are exposition for the story. It's great. Great in the sense of being it's a monster movie. We're here for the monsters, and you get as much of them as you can get without it becoming.
Right. It's.
Yes, it's a complicated
Characters were removed entirely from the movie, such as the Asian scientist from the last movie, King of Monsters.
Yeah.
Dr. Eileen Chen. She was in the last movie as the Mothra girl who could communicate with her sister through Mothra, technically. Mm-hmm. I think that was what they set up because that's what it felt like to me.
That's what they did in the original movies, right?
Right.
The twins and everything that can communicate. Well,
Jessica.
That's what they're referencing,
Apparently Jessica Henwick was in the movie, but was completely removed.
Who?
I don't know, some actress named Jessica Henwick. Lance Reddick had a bigger role than just the cameo of showing up as a director of a Monarch.
Yeah,
he was more of a character apparently, according to
an
interview.
He had one line, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" But if you look at the credits, it says Monarch head.
Dr. Serizawa's son was in this movie. If you didn't catch that, it's okay because they only say it once, and I'm pretty sure they don't really pronounce his last name correctly. It's the Mechagodzilla guy.
Well, there's no motivation to his character. I didn't even realize it was his son.
That's why I'm telling you there has to be a deleted scene where they because he's seeing Godzilla destroy this, and he's like, my father gave it up for this.
And now I want to defeat Godzilla.
Right, I want to kill Godzilla because my father died for him and everything. A useless death or something.
Kind of, I don't really understand the motivation there. It's sloppy.
But in the first scene we see him, he's obviously sad while looking at Godzilla. It's he's looking at his own father maybe and everything. And it's there's obviously a plot there that was just completely abandoned. Or was it just removed to fit runtime?
Runtime. It's just under 2 hours. You're in and out. It's like an old school 2000s big blockbuster. It's just a movie, And I understand why they had to do that because the situation they're doing right now,
Isa Gonzalez, Reina, also had a larger role than just showing up, being all scared, and then dying to Godzilla.
Right. Well, they make her to be the most
Kong.
unlikable person ever in a movie, and you feel good that good she's dead. I didn't give a fuck.
It really felt like she was just cut down entirely,
But if that's just what we got from the scraps, they cut out, imagine what is left on the cutting table. I'm sure there's a more well-rounded motivation, but I felt nothing for her. You know, she's always played a bad guy. I believe.
Right.
Yeah, Dusk Till Dawn TV show. She played a bad guy. Alita Battle Angel, bad guy.
Baby Driver.
Baby Driver, bad guy. You know.
By the way,
and she's kind of pigeonholed now. I think career-wise, like they're okay. We need an evil badass. Oh, she's gonna be in the new Michael Bay movie, a paramedic with Jake Gyllenhaal. Wonder if she's a bad guy. Time will tell.
Only time will tell. Jessica Henwick was a actress who was in King of Monsters. I'm trying to find a picture of it, but I can't seem to. She was also in the Iron Fist TV show as the his girlfriend, basically. That's weird. I can't find the picture, but she was in that movie.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. My thoughts, Jim. I have a hot take.
Yeah. What are your thoughts? I got a feeling you didn't like this.
I liked it. I watched it twice.
Then what's your hot take, Joe?
My hot take is all the protagonists are actually the antagonist. Except for Millie Bobby Brown's character.
I almost keep wanting to call her Ellie Fanning. I'm like, I know it's not her, though.
Elle Fanning.
Elle
Not
Fanning.
Ellie. Well, anyways.
This is disturbing, by the way. I keep looking over, just seeing Taskmaster just open mouth, just breathing while looking at me. Just...
So basically we have like a Mighty Joe Young situation going on right now.
Right.
Where we have, what's her face from the town? She's basically the gorilla whisperer.
Oh, her. I can just probably pull up this cast and we can just do this easier.
Yeah. I thought you already had it open.
I did. And then I closed it. Godzilla vs Kong.
Any moment now.
Any moment now. Rebecca Hall.
Unlikable. So unlikable.
Alexander Skarsgård's picture on IMDb.
So unlikable.
Real quick, on IMDb, he's just wearing underwear.
Oh yeah,
what his
that's
picture
right.
is.
That's right. Yeah. He's a piece of shit. He's not a hero. He's not a
No,
protagonist.
yeah, I wasn't sure if he was a hero or not, because in that scene where they turned all the guns on everyone, they don't show it explicitly being pulled on him. And I'm like, is he?
No, he's
good
working
guy?
with the bad guys.
Right.
Even if he is unaware of the full mission, which I think he is.
Partially. I think he partially is. Like, he
he
understands that they have to collect this mineral that, like...
Yeah, he gets it. He's just doing his job. That's cool.
Right.
But at the same time, like, no,
He just wanted to go to the center
you're
of
still the
Earth.
bad guy.
He wanted to go to Hollow Earth, and
And-
he fucking made it there, and he's like, this shit's awesome.
But I'm pretty sure, now that you're saying they cut out shit, they cut out his motivation with his emotional depth for his brother. And once we get to
By the way, his brother in the picture looked like Mads Mikkelsen.
That's cool. Well, anyways, when they get to the Hollow Earth, there's no emotional arc or like a
Right, of him...
moment of him like, oh my god, like I'm achieving something my brother died doing. And when he's there, it's like there's no personality.
Right, there's no, like, him, like, actually being happy about being there. It's just like,
Yes.
whoa.
There's no sense of the only thing you get is this 2001 Space Odyssey, him entering like transcendence.
Which was cool, though.
Very cool. I liked the visuals. Yeah. But once we're in there, I started thinking like, well, you just fucking sent Kong to his death. If your brother died doing this in an aircraft, you just sent Kong in here with no aircraft like you guys have.
Well, Godzilla goes through it all the time, you know?
Godzilla is
I'm sure
different.
Titans are able to go through it
But
normally.
Kong is just flying in the air, and he could have fucking
Oh,
landed.
no, yeah.
If
Kong
he wasn't near a
could've-
mountain, he would have died.
Kong, the entire time, I'm like, Kong's gonna fucking die.
Yes.
The entire time I was just watching it, like, Kong, grab something, for God's sake, you're gonna fall and die.
Luckily, he was next to the mountain and grabbed the side and everything.
Right. I like that there was the one mountain that had just the shape of a hand coming up. That was cool.
It's very cool, but at the same time, like, they build these worlds under the earth of these temples, and every time they destroy them. In the last movie, Godzilla,
We destroyed Godzilla's temple.
that was amazing.
That had that one skeleton outside of it.
That
with
was so
one
cool.
monster.
I wish the nuke didn't destroy everything.
Right. It only destroyed, like, the inside and, like, collapsed it, maybe.
Yeah. Then this one, they destroy everything too. Like, what? Oh, Godzilla did that.
Yeah, and Godzilla destroyed everything this time. By the way, I couldn't help but think about all the people that were still alive in all those buildings the entire time, because they did show that they were still
They
evacuating,
did
and
show
I was
that-
like,
that-
they showed the picture from the
Godzilla
inside,
was
too.
approaching the city, and there's people there. Then they're like, okay, we've opened the shelters. Yeah, you've opened the shelters. How much minutes? 20
Remember in
minutes?
Pacific Rim where they show them putting everyone in the shelters, and it's like, what the fuck does that do though? Because they rip that shit right open.
Right. Well, Mechagodzilla, when he got there, it turned into Pacific Rim for me. It was pretty cool.
I don't believe Serizawa's son is dead. I don't want to believe it because it's so like just pointless. Like, what was his character then? Like the other guy.
It was cut down, Jim. He's dead. So,
Who is the director of this movie?
Adam Wingard.
We need a Wingard cut. Hashtag Wingard cut.
Well, I just don't understand why they can't just release a longer version on the streaming service.
Wingard cut.
You know what I mean? Like,
Isn't that exactly what Snyder's cut is too? It's just
you
like,
just release a regular cut in theaters, then a year or two later release the longer version.
maybe half a year later.
Jim,
Yeah, I don't want to wait that long.
the MonsterVerse is done.
No, it's going to continue, Joe.
No, this
We're
is
going to
the-
keep it alive.
Jim, this is the ending.
Restore the MonsterVerse.
Jim, you are what's wrong with the internet.
How?
How?
As I sit here on my ivory chair.
Yeah, the MonsterVerse is done, and they said there's going to be a definitive winner in this movie, Kong vs. Godzilla.
Godzilla.
It's Godzilla.
Yeah, Godzilla stomped his fucking chest out.
First fight, he's fucking drowning Kong, and then they're like, oh, let's deploy some depth charges. I like how in every movie that just the random civilian can tell the military top guy who looks to them for like, oh, what do I do now?
Well, I mean, it's like, hey, look, you guys are the monster experts here. I'm a literal normal fucking person.
Right, I'm just your military escort for this mission.
I literally do not know how to handle monsters.
And in the last movie, it was done even better. You have Kyle Chandler squinting at everyone out the windows, telling everyone what to do. Like,
You see that?
we listen to him, all right? Friday Night Lights.
He is literally the Godzilla expert.
He is literally in
Serizawa
King
is
Kong 2005.
dead.
All right? He's in both Kong movies. We have to listen to him. They did him dirty
Godzilla
too.
movies?
Fucking Kyle Chandler's barely in this movie.
Oh, you mean Kong movie? Okay, I was like, is he in King Kong? I didn't realize you meant Jack Black's King Kong.
Jack Black's King Kong is how you refer to
Peter
Jackson's King Kong.
That's how I remember it.
That's how
Adrian
you
Brody
remember.
and Jack Black were in it.
You know he refused to wear makeup and wore a wig?
Jack Black?
Yes.
Didn't know that, no.
How you know?
I don't think it really did any difference.
It did a lot, Jim. You just don't realize the
He
subtle
looked-
nuances.
I don't know, he looked pretty normal.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Don't you understand?
What was the point then?
It made him look normal.
And then Kyle Chandler just...
He looked cool. I loved him. The whole mustache.
Oh my god, you're shooting everyone with your Tommy guns.
Yeah, the mustache scene in the boat was like perfect. I'm like, this is hilarious.
No, what's hilarious is the fact that they're trying to make us believe that Tommy guns will fucking shoot all the insects off of people without killing the person. And Jimmy closed his eyes when he was shooting. He looked away and shot.
I did it in the game just fine, Jim. I don't know why you didn't do it.
I played the game.
The game is amazing. If you haven't played it,
I think I got stuck on the T-Rex part where like you're in like the towers and the T-Rex comes and I just kept getting killed in the same spot.
it's such a cool game. But if you finish the game with no cheats or whatever, or like no damage health wise,
How?
I don't know how. But if you do that and you get to the end, there's an alternate version where Kong survives. I don't remember. But yeah, second fight. Kong is fighting that fucking flying cobra. He's dying.
Oh,
he's
the
getting
fucking
suffocated.
flying manta rays and everything. Just
Yeah, he's
picking
getting
him up.
suffocated. Then they're like, okay, let's help him out. Let's shoot some missiles. Saves him.
We gotta bring Kong back with this electromagnetic pulse.
I think it's also super ridiculous that at the core of the Earth, Godzilla is shooting a beam all the way through it. All the way through the Earth.
In Hollow Earth, it's like you gotta go through this like magic tunnel to get there. How does he just shoot into it?
I like the idea.
I ain't saying this is a bit bullshit.
Well, I really like the idea that Skull
Bullshit.
Island had an entrance to Hollow Earth, which would make more sense.
Right.
That he could go in
I thought there was an entrance to Hollow
There
Earth,
is.
though.
They didn't.
And I completely, like, I didn't even think about it when you were, like, telling me. I was trying to explain. I'm like, wait, that's where the skull crawlers came from, though.
All right.
They literally said they were hiding in Hollow Earth and then, like, emerged once it was, like, broken open.
All right, so I'm gonna have so many ideas and thoughts right now with Skull Island.
Alpha brain.
The alpha brain is kicking in. So the only reason why they don't have the whole sequence where they enter Hollow Earth through Skull Island is because they need a fucking ocean battle scene, which is so cool. That's the only reason. Yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna. That's fine with me. You wanted the action sequence? That is
Cool.
Totally plausible. Fuck it.
Yeah.
All right. The other problem I'm thinking of is like, well, how did the hell did Kong from the Skull Island Kong end up like this Kong? Where
it was like
people show up on his island and he just starts fucking them up immediately.
Well, no, he didn't start fucking them up in Skull Island until they started like destroying the Earth, and they obviously learned from that.
Well, the thing is, how the fuck are they gonna get him contained in the fucking biodome?
Same way they did when they got him on the boat. They knocked him out.
Say. So and they just put.
I mean, they did it. They did it.
Well, they put him in a Truman Show, but the thing is, he already knows he's in a Truman Show.
Right, but the girl is what's keeping him grounded.
And that girl is getting abused by fucking Rebecca Hall.
Oh yeah,
so bad. She's evil. That's child abuse.
Coward.
Yeah, they're all villains.
I think Skarsgård might have been the closest to being an actual hero.
Skarsgård is the biggest villain.
Out of the group of them, I mean, like.
Oh, out of that group, yeah.
Yes. Out of that group, he was the closest that we could define as the hero.
But then with Millie Bobby Brown and Gillian Dennison from Hunt for the Wilder People.
Yeah, Abel.
Abel, yes. Yeah.
My childhood best friend Abel.
Yeah, they were a good duo until they meet what's his face from Atlanta.
The cop from Chucky.
Yeah, I love him in movies. He's
always great.
He's always like this personality. Like
I was telling you, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to feel about him though. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to like him or not because he's so like.
I really like him.
Over the top.
I really like how wacky he is. He becomes comic relief, and then you see Julian Dennison. He's like, "Fuck, I have to fight for screen time with this guy. I'm getting fucking knocked out of the water with this guy."
Dude, Julian Dennison didn't really get that good of a job in this movie. They
must have cut his shit.
They
out.
Shorthanded him.
They had to cut things out for him.
They don't like Kiwis. China, they don't like Kiwis.
Well, they really in every scene they very specifically do lighting and camera work that favors Millie Bobby Brown every single time.
Right.
In every scene.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Why does it have to be 3 names, please? Millie Brown.
Aaron Taylor-Joy.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, wait, Aaron Taylor-Johnson.
Aaron Taylor-Johnson.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Same acronym. Coincidence? What does this mean?
Alpha Brain, you tell us. Jimmy Neutron just think. Neutrons firing.
Yeah.
It's because ATS. No, ATJ.
I don't know.
Yeah, ATJ. But I was 100% expecting the secret character reveal to be Aaron Taylor-Johnson. Just showing up with like the military and everything,
be really cool.
With like Kyle Chandler and everything, just being like helping getting people out, and then like him and Godzilla have like
the key to fighting Godzilla is not to fight.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be like the driver of the mech, to be honest.
Oh fuck!
I was like expecting him and like Alexander Skarsgård to be the.
They don't really. The only explanation for Apex we get is the beginning with Damien Bichir, who is very fantastic, but at the same time when he's in scenes,
I thought that was Peter Stormare entirely before I saw his face. I heard the voice and I was like, "That's Peter Stormare."
Well, what, when I'm seeing him in some of the scenes,
pencil.
He doesn't look like he's really there. He doesn't look real.
There's a lot of ADR.
Like I'm seeing his face, and maybe it's the makeup or like the coloring, but he looks.
Wasn't he also in The Boys season 2?
No.
Oh, I thought that's who this guy was the entire time.
No, Damien Bichir. Very fantastic Spanish actor.
Oh wait, was he that one guy from Westworld?
I never watched Westworld. I watched like 2 episodes and I was like, "This." I like the movies, the original movies with the.
Have I told you about the funniest scene in Westworld that isn't supposed to be funny?
No.
It's so they have this.
Jim, you're getting me off fucking track.
Can I just finish this real quick? It's the scene where like this bandit rolls up in a Westworld and everything. He's got on like this Winter Soldier jacket, Joe, and it's like he shows up and the sheriff walks up to him. And he's like, "What's your business here?" And he's like, "Mayhem," but the way he says, he's like, "Mayhem." It's like in this super high pitched voice, but he never talks like that ever again.
Armed men, you'll need to state your business.
Mayhem.
Okay, that's my little thing.
All right.
Because that's who I think the actor you're talking about is. That's why I brought it up. It's not like a really off topic thing.
You need to watch Dom Hemingway, the Jude Law movie. He was in that. It's very good.
I think we did watch that, Joe.
Yeah, Damien Bashir's in that.
Yeah, we watched that movie.
Yeah. He's also in Hateful Eight. He plays the Mexican.
Oh, Bob.
Yeah.
Who are you? Bob.
Yeah, he's in a bunch of stuff. He's great. He's also in Chaos Walking. He played fucking Spider-Man's dad.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand why I didn't recognize him then. Okay. Because he doesn't look the same at all.
Yeah.
Oh, what he wore out.
Yeah. Big day.
Big day.
As we look down at my dog sleeping.
Just dead on the ground. Just... And I look over at my cat. Just...
Why are all the animals like this? As you don't realize, animals take naps all the time compared to humans. And then when we take naps, it's frowned upon.
By the animals. Have you heard about how Dad's like tortured by Winky whenever he sleeps? She comes into his room, like she drinks his water, by the way.
Yeah, that's...
Dips her paw in the water, then flicks it at his face, jumps down next to his head on the pillow, lands, and then just starts running around.
What you don't realize is every cat he's ever had has always done that to him.
I don't know why he lets him drink his water. It's why he gets sick.
Ew.
I talk to him about it all the time. Like, you hate the animals coming onto the kitchen table when we eat, but you let them, like, walk up to your water and drink it. And he's like, I can't do anything. Stop. I'm like, I don't know. Don't bring water up to your room or, like, bring a water bottle.
Get, like, a little Yeti, like, thing, a tumbler that's, like, sealed. It stay cold all night. You know?
Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't do that.
That's what I used. Yeti tumblers keep the water cold all night long.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored, but not sponsored.
We're not opposed to being sponsored by Yeti.
Yeah.
I'd love to get a free Yeti cup.
Just give me some stickers.
Because I love Yeti.
Yeti
they got
stickers.
great products.
I own a couple coolers, a bunch of tumblers, and
we got a good amount of cups from them and everything. They're great products. I would love to be sponsored by them.
I almost would like to just replace a bunch of like cups with the just the regular tumblers of different sizes.
No, yeah.
You know, just to have.
Which Yeti will I have today?
Well, it's better than
I can reuse you at any time.
Well, some of the cheap plastic or plastic cups, like
right, like the kind that Dad have and everything.
Yeah. I don't know what we're talking about.
We really got off topic for a second there because we were talking.
I think you caused.
Yeah, I looked at your dog and I said your dog's dead.
You caused it. Talk about Westworld and my dog.
Okay,
and then some fucking cat talk, and I'm just trying to get to every fucking sequence in the movie.
Okay, Ghidorah's severed head wasn't ignored, but all the terrorists were from King of Monsters.
Must have been cut. I'm just gonna. That's my answer for everything that doesn't make sense now.
Why was this person only in the movie for a second? Must have been cut. Why weren't this person in the movie? Must have been cut.
Right, and yeah, we get to see the head. There's no brain though.
No,
they get into.
He is the brain.
Who?
Saber's son.
Oh, okay.
He is the brain.
Yeah, we get about
and then there's
1 hour mark. The Mechagodzilla makes his first.
Were they saying there's another skull inside Mechagodzilla? Was that what they said?
I don't know.
Because I'm almost 100% sure that's what the guy.
Are we still seeing that today in theaters? I don't know.
Today, I don't think so.
It's very strange. Yeah.
We live in a Twilight world.
Maybe tomorrow on Easter.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
It's not a holiday I celebrate. What do I look like? I'm 12?
Hashtag not my Easter.
Yeah. Not my Easter. That's a good one.
So Serizawa's son pilots Mechagodzilla after they get there and they're like little.
He just looked evil with his emo hair. It looked like a nightclub, like. And the whole, like, them going through all the Apex facilities, just, like, so, like, it was funny. It was, like, very Star Wars New Hope-esque. Like, we're going to travel through these little patch holes.
I love how the glass of the door shatters immediately once they shoot it.
Yeah.
It was, like, the most low effort. Like, what did you make this out of? Sugar glass?
You guys are just going to stand there and look at the computers while everyone's standing there, like, and not be secretive?
Yeah, this is a glass box in the middle of the room, and you're surprised that
then
people
that
saw
lady
you.
looks at you like, huh.
He's like, I'm technical support.
Then
Fuck.
she sees the black guy like, ah! Right? That's what that was,
The
right?
company owned by the Hispanic man with the side owned by the Asian guy. They see the black person and they go.
The Karen
Intruder.
just sees the black guy who's like, oh
Yeah,
no.
do they know everyone who's on level 2? No. I mean, we don't know that person's role at the company.
Yeah.
But no. I assume.
It's dumb in all the right ways.
Oh no, I'm an engineer. Oh fuck, they're getting security.
Now, I really enjoyed this movie, but at the same time, it's like...
Why'd they put a gun to Julian?
Just
and
for
not
laughs.
Millie?
Just for laughs.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
they didn't put one in Millie?
No, they even put with the Millie, and that's what
Millie?
confused...
I'm not going to call someone Millie. What kind of name is that?
Sorry, Millie Bobby Brown.
You're
I'm gonna
right.
fucking say that in
That's
every
why they
sentence.
go by 3 names. Like, oh, Millie. MBB?
Well, it's like Jude Law. You can't just say Jude.
or Guy Pearce. Guy.
Hey, Guy. Hi, Guy.
Yeah, Guy over there. Who? Pierce. Oh, right.
Oh, Guy Pearce, as in his name is Guy. What guy? Guy. No, yeah, but what
Yeah.
guy?
Then the whole fight with Kong and Godzilla, very nice.
Oh yeah, it was a great fight. I love the, like we were saying, I love the different fighting styles. Like once they get on land, Godzilla's like, I'm about to fucking tank you like your door. Boom, boom.
I really like seeing the buildings get crushed and the fact that they're not trying to stop.
Right, he's just getting wailed on. He's like, oh fuck.
I'm
He's
here
like,
for it.
about to get his jaw broke open. He's like, oh my god. Godzilla's just like, oh, get off me, monkey.
Why is Godzilla's head so small compared to the other Godzillas? Like throughout,
They change his design a lot, but in this one they've done something different. Instead of changing his design, they changed his colors. He's all black now.
That's cool.
And it's like classic Godzilla.
Yeah.
It's no longer like he's a green reptilian kind. He's like since he went atomic, his skin like is
Charred
now, like,
up.
charred, and I like that idea.
Yeah.
That now he's constantly using his atomic breath. It's like not only like when he
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always preferred the 85 like era like Godzilla.
There's a Japanese Godzilla movie that came out like a year ago or so.
Which one?
Like 2 years ago.
Shin?
Yeah, Shin.
Oh.
And that's like
That's great.
That's exactly what I think of when I like think of Godzilla as like the Shin one and the Super Atomic from
We gotta watch
King of
that
Monsters. We should watch that.
There's a whole transformation that Godzilla has throughout the movie, and I watched fucking hour.
Because it's still a guy in a suit in that movie, right?
No.
Isn't it?
It's CGI. Which maybe we're talking about different ones. Shin Godzilla, right? It's
The
CGI.
newest one?
Yeah, I think so. It's Shin Godzilla. Here, pause it. We'll look. Yeah,
Shin Godzilla.
Yeah, Shin Godzilla. Just had to double check, to make sure. And it's always fun to look at Godzilla pictures.
Especially Shin Godzilla pictures.
Yeah. So I think I watched like a behind the scenes or something.
Yeah.
And there's so many alternate ideas where they could have gone with the movie at the end. They're just so far out there, like crazy. You gotta watch it to see what the final forms of Godzilla would have been. They would have been a bunch of mini Godzillas, or
We did see Baby Godzilla.
yeah, some kind of crazy ideas. It's pretty cool.
That's like very 2001 or 1999 Godzilla. 1999.
Yeah.
Not 2001.
Speaking of monsters, the bats. There's a moment
Right.
where there's the bat they throw a rock at. Looks so photoreal. It looks like a Jim Henson puppet.
Right.
And
I didn't know what you were talking about because you texted me that earlier. I was at the manta ray fight where he was like fighting the giant manta skeleton manta rays, and then like you texted me about like the bat, and I'm like, what fucking bat? Where is that? What?
Yeah.
Also, that one soldier was a good guy. That was the good guy of that group. He was
Yeah.
like, we gotta get you guys the fuck out of here. He didn't leave them like he could have. He
Yeah.
could have just gone with everyone else and left them to die and everything, pilot their own ship. He was like, we gotta go this way. It's over here, sir. We gotta get you guys out of here. And he fucking dies. And I'm like, that was a good guy. That was the good one.
yeah.
Good ones die. He was the protagonist. That was Aaron Taylor Johnson. Yeah, the bat looked incredibly real, and I was like, when I got there, I'm like, oh, whoa.
Yeah. I think I just need a GIF of that or something, or a high quality photo.
If I try to screenshot it, it'll just ruin the quality.
Exactly. So Godzilla won that fight.
Yeah,
clearly.
Godzilla won that fight. Godzilla's the winner. Kong even like admits that. Like he was about to fucking fight him again though. Did you see at the end of the movie? He picked
Yeah.
up the actually.
Yeah, it's not worth it. The only reason why Kong was able to beat Mechagodzilla is because of
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Of normie Godzilla.
Normie Godzilla.
I can understand how this could be an end to the monsterverse. Godzilla rules above while Kong rules in the
Yeah, he lost the battle,
Hollow.
so he has to go down into the Hollow Earth.
I just like to think that it's like Godzilla like making sure he's going to Hollow Earth and it's just Kong going just give him the fucking middle fingers while sinking
Which
down.
Monarch still has to go down there and fucking observe him.
Like
No.
we can't live in this environment.
No. They shouldn't be down there with him.
I think they're like right next to the hole of the portal though. Like they just sit there and like, get the fuck out, get the fuck out. If anything
I
happens.
think they just need to let him live in peace now.
Yeah, no, I think he still wants to live with the little girl around it. Like the little girl is like, well, this is my mom. Also, I'm deaf.
It is kind of strange that it opens up with like a 50s doo-wop, like a Scorsese-esque song.
I wish the little girl had warned them before like any alarms went off because she could feel Godzilla was coming and everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh well, she should obviously
Cool.
make it there to warn them like
She's like
immediately
the
before
parakeet
they
in mine.
right, like Godzilla's here, ding ding ding, like then it goes off and everything.
So with the doo-wop music, that's very and makes me think of Scorsese, and Scorsese's very adamant about things being not cinema. I think that makes this cinema. Do you agree?
I don't think because it has doo-wop music it makes it cinema.
Jim,
I think because it's a great movie to watch and enjoy, it makes it cinema.
it's a good time.
I think cinema is very loose these days. Because this is a new age of film. It's not like what Martin Scorsese was growing up making and like doing and everything. It's like that was cinema back then, but nowadays cinema's definition has changed.
Into nonsense theme park rides.
I think Zack Snyder's Justice League is cinema. I think there are Marvel movies like Logan, which are cinema and everything. I think there are cinema type of movies and everything. Okay. You can disagree, but it's everyone's own personal definition what they think cinema is. On to our recommendation.
Oh, all right. You're just going to cut me off like that before I had my piece. All right.
Yeah, Joe.
On to our recommendations.
No, you say your thoughts about it because I have my bit.
I was just trying to interrupt you.
Yeah, you got any recommendations?
I watched Bull Durham yesterday for the first time.
Bull
Durham with Kevin Costner, Tim Robbins, Susan Sarandon. And it's actually a really good movie. It's a very good baseball movie.
Oh, okay.
I was turned on to it by Patrick H. Williams. I
would imagine it would have been because of Bo Burnham.
Oh, I don't.
No association.
Yeah, no association. Then I also watched Blue Velvet again recently.
Have you, sorry, talk about Blue Velvet if you want. I don't want to cut you off.
I was just referencing it.
Have you seen Invincible, the Amazon TV show?
I have no interest.
You should watch that first episode, Joe.
Is it episode weekly?
They released 3 episodes, and that's an episode weekly thing now.
I don't really have.
There's now 4 episodes out, Joe.
I don't really.
Joe, you like The Boys.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna like this.
I can wait. I'm waiting on a lot of things, such as Clarice. You say is good.
Clarice, yeah. New episode comes out this week. I can't wait.
Okay.
Or next week, technically. But yeah. Invincible is my recommendation. It's from the same creator as The Walking Dead. The guy who created that comic has created the Invincible comic, and if you're a fan of the comic, then you're gonna like this. And if you've never read the comic, I can guarantee you're probably gonna like this if you like The Boys.
Okay. I have another TV show, Barry.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you haven't watched Barry yet, Barry's a good show.
Barry's great, especially the ending of season 2.
Yeah. When is season 3 coming?
I think we're gonna have to wait till COVID's over for it to get it.
Hey, I know. There's a lot of things we gotta wait. I watched.
Plus, HBO's got a pretty stacked
I watched the series finale of Superstore. Wow.
Yeah, I haven't seen Superstore in a while.
I watched every episode and I didn't realize how long it was going on. Just like watched it. I watched it for like weekly basis and shit. Like, then it finally came to an end. And I'm like, fuck. Like, at least they let them.
This has 5 seasons.
5 seasons?
Does it? I don't know.
More.
More?
Way more.
Whoa! How many?
6. I think it's 6.
You motherfucker! I will rain hellfire down on you, Joe.
No, but it's really good, Jim. And the whole COVID thing made, like, them shorten it up the season and like make it finish. You know.
I saw part of that. The
Yeah, just
COVID
because the
season.
budget thing, you know, I'm thinking, and how hard it is to film. Yeah, it was a good show, and it really had an emotional ending. Like it'll have you
Oh, it's like over?
over.
Oh,
It's done. I'm gonna tell you, yeah, the store gets shut down.
I imagined.
COVID and all that, you know, nonsense. In Amazon.
They shut down the Superstore
Yeah, they shut it down.
and they replaced it with an Amazon.
Yeah. I've actually
They
been to
make
the
Amazon
I've
look
been
like
to the
they're
real
good.
Superstore in real life at the
Oh, there's a real Superstore.
at Universal Studios where
Oh.
they film it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I got one more recommendation. It's a podcast recommendation.
All right.
It's called Stop Messing Your Microphone. It's called Black Box Down, a true crime podcast in the air. It's hosted by a lifelong aviation enthusiast, Gustavo Sorolla, and his co-host, who is not as much as an enthusiast but is very curious, Chris Damaris, where they break down the major accidents in aviation and the steps taken to prevent future disasters.
Why are you into this stuff?
You made fun of me for this, but then you put on Tusk, and I saw a joke in the background
Yeah.
at the restaurant they were at where it was called the Gimli Slider, and I said, that's fucking funny, that's hilarious, and you and Dad were like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, the Gimli Glider, and you're like, what are you talking about?
Since when is this guy into aviation? Like,
It's really giving me so much shit for it, and I'm like, it's the Gimli Glider.
you're not allowed to have
long-
interest.
You know the longest distance a commercial airplane has flown without its engines being used, and you're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh
Like
my
the Gimli
God.
Glider. It's called the Gimli
Oh my
Slider
God.
though.
Oh
And you're
my
like,
God.
what the fuck is wrong with you?
Aviation nerd.
Yeah, you're like, giving me so much shit. I'm like, no, it's really interesting. They even went into like the,
Why are you?
and it's how I discovered that maybe our uncle is the one like the plane jacker who disappeared and no one's ever known his identity.
Jim, why are you giving up our uncle like that? That's fucked up.
What the fuck is he gonna do about it? Listen to our podcast?
Well, you gotta ruin his whole cover and everything. He's been living a secret life, and he has like runs businesses now.
It's not like I said which uncle.
I think we've already mentioned.
We have. We've 100% mentioned it.
Yeah, I
Dana.
remember the conversation now. Jim, Mr. Hot Dog.
But it's a very fun podcast. I really enjoy it. They're still going strong even in COVID and everything. They're no longer allowed to film the same studio, but they are filming across computers and they're always double checking their information to make sure what they say is right. And they update like past episodes if there's anything new that's come up. They've even talked about like planes that are still flying from some of their episodes that have come to their airport that they've gone like visited to and everything. It's really interesting. I really like it. They go back to like even when like planes had just first began, like talk about stuff then even, and it's really good to listen to if you enjoy like listening about airplanes or like true crime in general and want to find a new type of true crime to listen to. Yeah, it's called Black Box Down again.
Okay.
And with that, I think this is going to be the end of the episode, Joe.
Yeah, it's about time.
It's about time.
About time for it to end.
So, thank you all for listening to this kind of long episode, I'm going to guess, because we did have to split this into 2 parts while recording, but
I'm sure you can edit out most of the.
yeah, I can edit out a good portion of the beginning.
Uh,
Certain special part especially.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and give us...
leave us hateful comments on YouTube, please.
Joe really wants to get in fights with people. He got it once and he's so happy about it, but then he realized it was a friend
The guy
who was
never
joking.
responded, Jim.
Because he was my friend, he was
Your
joking.
friend never responded. He wants to say something, so I tell him, like, I know.
You think he was being serious? He was making a joke.
He thinks I'm serious?
No. I said, do you think he was being serious?
No.
No.
I was just being playful.
I just want to break his fucking legs.
I will find you. I go on Jalen Silent Bob. Did you say this on YouTube?
Yeah. Just ripping the shit out of him. But thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. Give us a 1 through 5 stars and tell us what you like, what you don't like about the podcast. We want reviews. We want information from you guys. We want to know what you like and what you don't like. And if you're listening on Spotify, just share it around and everything. That's the easiest way to get, like, word of mouth is the easiest way to spread podcasts around and everything. Tell people that you like it, and it'll help. And if you're on YouTube, leave us a like and leave us a comment and everything. If you leave a bad comment, Joe will fight you. physically. He will find your address, Jay and Silent Bob style and everything, and he will hunt you down.
I don't want to upset anyone. I'm not really going to do these things.
Unless he takes his last Alpha Brain supplement right now.
Jim, you're going to take the Alpha Brain supplement.
I'm not.
We're sponsored. If you take it, we're sponsored. What about that?
Can you prove that we're sponsored? Can you prove right now that we're sponsored if I take it?
You're not getting the checks.
You tricked me once, and I'm not gonna fall for it again.
Wait, what'd I trick you with?
You like made me. You convinced me that we were gonna have all these, like, we were gonna have a guest coming, like, over.
I
to
sent
help
you
record.
one text.
No, it wasn't one text. Don't fucking lie. It wasn't one text.
I sent you a series of small texts.
Where you were like, okay, Jim, so we're gonna be having guests come over for the podcast, and we're sponsored by this brand.
Yeah.
So I need you to make sure that you tell them and everything. And you labeled a brand that I had gotten a fucking piece of paper in the mail for, Joe, at
Really?
that time. Yeah. That's why I believed you, because it was in your name that I got a fucking simple, like, the simple feast thing or whatever. The
food thing.
Yeah, the food thing. I'd gotten a piece of mail in the mail with
Oh
your
my
name
God,
on it
that's hilarious.
for that, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is real! We finally got our first sponsor." I was like so excited, and I was like getting like my room like set up to like have a third person. I'm like, "Are we gonna be doing it over like a service, or are we gonna have them like in house?" And you're like, "Jim, I'm fucking with you, you idiot."
Well, I'm still waiting for you to edit together the intro to the other podcast, the Al Pacino podcast that I'm working on.
It's not real.
And I have a guest lined up, ready to talk about Al Pacino. Serious. They're gonna be like over the phone or Skype, whatever, video or something. But yeah, this is happening.
Thank you all for listening to the podcast. Say goodbye, Joe.
Goodbye.